on everybody, hope we're all fitting well, no illness, no injuries, nothing we need to worry about. So remember, we always work to our own level, so if there's ever an exercise you do struggle with, stick with a basic one before progressions or pop an alternative in. If you need a rest at any time, just take that whenever you need. So let's set ourselves up, standing nice and tall, engaging that core, so drawing that tummy in, shoulders back, arms to the side, and feet set nicely under your hips. We'll wake up those senses. Just that little lean forwards, catch your weight on your toes, back to just before you think you're going to fall. So we start most of the time with the same setup, just gets our body ready to go. That's it. A few more times. Just gets everything firing, all those muscles triggered, ready to go. Good, one more. And then find that spot where you're nicely balanced, not falling forwards or back. Hands onto hips or one hand in front behind. We're just going to tilt that pelvis under and then back. So squeeze under and then the arch in the bottom of the spine. So there and then tilt under. So freeze up that low back. It sets a neutral spine. Helps us get that body in the right position. Gets us thinking about our posture. That's good. A few more. Good. One more. And then set. Should be nicely balanced. Should have a neutral spine. And we get our feet moving now. That's it. Pedaling those feet, pushing them into the ground. And let your arms swing naturally from the shoulder. So just that exaggerated walking movement. That's it. That's good. So just nicely bringing those arms in. Just starting to increase that range of motion with the arms. So they're coming up to about shoulder height. So we're starting to reach back and forwards. Give me that little stretch. And then slightly higher. Gradually go further and further until both arms are pushing back. That's it. Really good, nice and tall. Stretching through. Excellent. A few more. That's it. Good. One more. And bringing that back down. Good. So setting yourselves nice and tall again. Feet back under those hips. Take your hands up above the head. Just lean it to the side. And over to the other side. That's it. Nice and gently around. Good. A few more times. And we'll extend that movement. So we're going to take it round into that windmill in front of the body. Sweep through. So if you need to soften your knees as you go through, that's absolutely fine. Takes that pressure off the lower back and hamstrings. But for a deeper stretch, you can keep those legs straighter. That's it. Really good. Keeping that going now. Nice stretch through. As our back and hamstrings and glutes tighten up overnight, this eases us out in the morning. That's it, nice and gently through. So we're not forcing anything, just using our own weight to take us through, increase that stretch. Good, one more each way. That's it, last one. and down. Okay, so still standing tall, got those feet under hips. This time, taking those hands high to the side, we're going to come through in that figure of 8. So we're getting some rotation in. So let your eyes follow your hands. And we're going to gradually start dipping a little further. Bending those knees as we dip down. Those circles get bigger. That figure of 8 increases in size. That's good. Nicely done. Couple more times. That's the last one. And bringing that down. Just let your balance come back, just let your focus regain. Okay, taking our feet out nice and wide now. So just wider than shoulders, toes angled slightly out. I'm going to circle those hips. Aim to keep your head fairly still. That's it, hips are circling underneath. Good, so we've got a nice wide circle round those hips. Easing out that hip joint, stretching inner and outer thighs. Good, and change direction. That going a few more times. Nice wide circles there. That's good. One more. And bringing that back in. So standing tall, taking the weight onto one foot. Just want you to raise one leg off the ground. We're going to roll that ankle. Change direction. So if you hear some clicking and cracking, that's just my ankle loosening itself up on a morning. There we go. Good, and bring that down. Let's change legs. So swap your balance, lift that leg off the ground. Rotating that other ankle around. Direction. Excellent, and bringing that back down. So sticking with our balance, so take that weight back onto one leg again, and we're just going to sweep that leg through. So it doesn't need to be going really high, it's just that balance challenge. We aim to keep standing tall and still as the opposite leg swings through. That's good. Arms wherever you need, if that's to hold on to a piece of furniture or the wall, or just on your hips to keep them out of the way. Wherever you find most comfortable and useful. Down, switch over, swap to your other leg, taking that through. Good, standing tall. Try not to lean too much. You will need to lean a little just so that foot can clear the floor, but we don't want to be right at a 45-degree angle. just enough to get that foot clearing the ground. That's it. Excellent. Couple more. One more. And down. Regain that balance. So we'll switch to the other side. This time it's that circle around your standing leg. That's it. That's good. Nice and steady. Sweeping that leg around. So that toe just skimming over the ground. Good, one more. And bring that down, change legs. So reset your balance, standing tall, sweep it around. Stood nice and tall, fairly straight if we can, try not to lean too much. So feel the balance going, just tap that foot down, reset, start again. Good, one more. And bring that back in. Okay, feet set back nicely under your hips, so they're just slightly apart. We're standing tall, we'll take that down into that squat, back up, so head and shoulders are up, looking forwards, arms just wherever they naturally go for you. If that's up in front, fine. If it's the opposite way, we go behind, doesn't matter. That's it, squat down, do about 90 degrees if you can. Struggle with your hips or your knees and you're squatting a bit less, absolutely no problem. Work to your level, but try not to go any real deeper than 90 degrees. There's a lot of pressure through your knees there. Good. As we're coming up, good squeeze of the bums, we push ourselves up. Excellent. A few more times. Then we're going to change it up. Good, one more. Up we come. Okay, so we're going to stick with our squats, but we're changing our arms. So we're starting high. We're going to sweep through, back to that high reach. So we'll do a few to get the movement. And then if you want to extend, challenge yourself going up to those toes. That's it, reaching high. Bringing that up. Excellent. If you find it too difficult going up onto those toes, just stick with bringing it to that reach. Just gets our legs, our postural chain, our calves all nice and strong. Helps that balance again. So really important, stops us falling over as we get older. Good, one more. And bringing that down. Fantastic. If we're not at the end of our mat, take ourselves towards the end, setting ourselves again with those feet under hips, standing tall, reach high, and we'll roll it down. Tuck that chin, curl the shoulders, roll the back, down towards the feet. As we unroll, we stack those vertebrae one at a time, we go high. keep that going. Excellent. So it's a lovely smooth rolling movement as we're coming up and down. If you can get your hands down to the mat, brilliant. If not, just roll to wherever you feel comfortable. Doing this over the weeks, we progress, our flexibility improves. And if you need to soften those knees to take that pressure off your lower back and hamstrings, absolutely fine. We can sweep it down, bring it back up. That's it. So once more down, and we're going to walk it out to our kneeling box. So bring that down now, down towards the ground, hands on the mat, walking halfway out, knees down into that box. And we're going to go into our cat stretch, so we'll start arching that spine up, head down, back raised, and then rotate through, head raises, spine drops, that's it, and through, push that spine up. Excellent. A few more times. So just let that rotate through, let that spine push down, give it a few seconds, and then pushing that up, raising that spine up. Good, and through. Excellent, couple more. Let that go through. One more time, push that spine up, let it lower down as you rotate through the shoulders, and then let's sit back onto those heels, stretching through that upper body in that child's pose. That's it. And relax it there. Okay, so slightly different order today. We're starting on our side, so I want you to lay on your left hand side to begin with. So we're going to extend ourselves out, arm under head, legs extended out. So that's this one, nice and long. Drawing that waist away from the mat if we can. Hips are stacked, one on top of the other. If we're able, feet just off the floor. If you need to rest them down, absolutely fine. So that's our start position. Head on your arm, or if you need an extra padding, put your jumper or a cushion or something between your arm and your ear. But let's go to our start position, raise our leg up. Nice and steady. Doesn't need to be really high. Just that steady little lift. Keeping it controlled, keeping those hips stacked, making sure we don't roll back onto our bum or fall too far forwards. That's good. Keeping that nice and steady. That's it. Good, few more. Excellent, one more time. And bring that down, give that a few seconds, give that muscle a little rub if we need to ease it out. So we're staying all on our left hand side. So next exercise, starting in the same position. We're going to lift that leg and then we're going to draw some little circles with our foot. So circles about the size, probably of a football. Just raise that leg and draw that circle. Keeping it really controlled. That's Good. And change direction. That's it. And ease that back down. Good. So we're staying on our side. I want you to bring those knees bent up in front, keeping the arms where they are. So we're going to raise those knees and feet just off the floor if you can. If you do need to keep them rested down, again, no problem at all. But let's go to our start position and our top knee pivots open. Keeping those feet together, keeping those hips stacked. So it's really tempting to let your hips roll back on this one. But imagine you're up against the wall or a piece of furniture, so you can't roll those hips back. You're just using those muscles around the hip area to lift and rotate that leg. Nice and steady. That's it, fantastic. Keeping that going. Good, a few more. Excellent, 2 more now. And resting that down. Okay, keep the knees where they are, but bring the arm out to 90 degrees to the body. Other hand goes on top. Okay, this time, what I want you to do is we're going to sweep the arm round in a semicircle around the head, and it's going to come back over the top. So we've done this the opposite way around before, but we're going to sweep it around the head, then over. Try and let your eyes follow your hand. And get a lovely rotation around, bring it over. That's it, really nice. Gives us a lovely stretch out. So sweep around the head on the floor, closing over the top. So you can take a long deep breath in as that hand rotates around, blow it out as it comes over the top to close. So breathe in, blow it out. Good, we'll have 2 more. One more. And relax that down. Excellent. Okay, we're going to go over onto our backs now. So I want you to lay back with your knees bent up. So laying back on that mat, knees bent, lay back, making sure you've got that spine in a nice neutral position. So you probably have a slight curve at the bottom of your spine. That wants to be in that natural position for you. If you find it over-exaggerating as you work, engage that core, bring it back to where it should be. Hands pointing to the ceiling. We're just going to start with a leg slide. So one leg goes out, comes back, then the other. So to coincide your breathing, we're going to breathe in as that leg extends, blowing out as it comes back. Good. We're going to bring those arms in now. So the opposite arm is going to drop behind our head. Keeping it nice and steady. Remember thinking about that lower back. We're keeping that natural arch at the bottom of the spine. It's not exaggerating. We're not forcing it flat if our back isn't naturally flat on the floor. Some of you may have fairly straight lower back that is on the mat. Others will have a natural curve there. So we want your spine in whatever's the natural spot for you. That's good, keeping that going. A few more times. Good, one more, each leg. And bring that in. Good, so staying on our backs, I want to bring your feet up into tabletop. So we've got 90-degree bend at hip, 90-degree bend at knee. Take those arms up again and then bend them at the elbows. So we've got that pec neck position with the arms. We're going to drop one knee out to the side. That comes back up, down the opposite side. So you should always have one knee pointing upwards as one drops out. Hips are staying flat on the floor. So we're not rocking our pelvis. That knee rotates out in the hip joint. That's good. We'll add in the opposite arm, dropping out to the other side. Good, keep it nice and steady. That's it. Good, so lowering it out, our back staying level on the floor, hips aren't rotating. Good, steady away. One more to each side. And bring that in. Give those knees a little hug if we need a little stretch out. Okay, so we're staying with our feet in that tabletop position. So we've got those 90-degree bends. We're going to keep those hands this time are down on the mat in a slight V shape. So maybe just to the outside edges of your mat, if you're on a yoga mat. And we're going to drop both knees down. When you feel your opposite shoulder lift, that's when we bring the knees back up over the other side. So just letting them gently rock over, using our core to control that movement. Maybe to keep those shoulders down on the floor. When you feel that one lifting, hold and bring those knees back up and over. That's good. We breathe in as those knees drop. Breathe out on the effort, bringing them back up. How far those knees rotate over is going to depend on your flexibility. Some people's knees will get right over, touch the floor before the shoulder lifts. Others will be just past vertical. So we work to our own levels. The aim is to gradually progress over the weeks. Our flexibility, our strength, our balance all improves. That's good. Nice and steady. Couple more. So I like to do movements that rotate and move us out to the sides. Particularly when we go to the gym and things, we do a lot of work in straight lines, forwards and backwards, up and down. We don't do much to the sides and turning. Really important to keep us strong all the way round. That's it, once more each way. And bring those knees in, give them a little hug, stretch out the lower back. Okay, feet back down onto the mat, quite close in to the bum. We're going to go up into our bridge. So we start by tilting that pelvis under, peeling the back off the mat, one vertebra at a time, pushing up with the glutes, squeeze of the bum, push down with the heels, and then come back down. Good. Bringing that up, push it up, and as we go down one vertebra at a time onto the mat, pelvis rocks back. That's it, really good. So we can breathe in as we recover back down. Breathe out on that effort as we're pushing up and holding. So it's a rolling movement all the time. So we're tilting that pelvis under, we're peeling the back off the mat, pushing up, and then it's one vertebra at a time down, pelvis rolls back. That's it, excellent. Keep that going a few more times. It's one of those exercises, it's better than slower than faster. Really concentrate on that rolling movement, heeling up, pushing up. So one more. Pressing those hips up, squeeze the bum as we hit the top, and then slowly back down. Excellent. Okay, bring yourselves up to sitting. So we're sitting up, our back nice and tall, knees bent. Going to bring those arms forwards if you're holding a football in front of you, and then we're just going to roll it back. Curling that spine again, making that C shape as we come back up to vertical. Slowly back, bringing it up. Just take it back as far as you feel comfortable doing. If that's just part way to there, absolutely fine. If that's nearly all the way to the mat, fantastic. But we want to stop just before we touch down on that mat. So keeping that tension all the time. Really good, nice and steady. Sit that up, bringing it back. Good, couple more, we're just going to change it up a little bit. One more. Okay, this time as we go back, we sweep that arm out wide, look into that hand, bringing it up, out the other side. So again, we're just taking that little bit of rotation, we're taking a bit of work out sidewards. That's it, excellent. Good, few more. Good, one more each side. that up. Excellent. Okay, we're taking ourselves over onto our right hand side now. So we're laying that out, extending nice and long and straight. Hopefully you remembered which side we did last time. So we'll lay on our right, raise those feet off the ground if you can, hips stacked, raising up that top leg. Just nice and steady. That's good. Steady away with that lift. Doesn't need to be really high. Try and keep those feet pointing forwards rather than up to the ceiling. That's it. Excellent, a few more. Good, 2 more now. And rest that down, give it a few seconds. Don't rub to ease it out if you need. This time we're going to draw those circles. So we're going to raise both feet just off the floor. Raise that top leg up and then drawing that circle size of the football. So when we're ready, just take that leg up, drawing that circle. That's it. That's good, nice and steady, sweeping that top leg around. More times, and then let's change direction. So taking that back. That's it. And resting that down, give that a few seconds. So we're keeping our arms where they are, but we're bringing those knees up. Got that bend in the knee. We're going to raise feet and knees off the ground if we can, and opening up that top knee in that clamshell or muscle shell movement. Remember, keep those hips stacked. Try not to let ourselves fall back and roll back onto that bum. You'll need to keep your hand in front to support yourself, stop you falling forwards, especially if you've got both knees off the ground. That's good. Few more times. Good, 2 more. And bringing that down, resting that down. Okay, bringing the arm out in front of the body now, so it's at 90 degrees for our shoulders. Other hand comes on top. So remember, we're going to sweep around the head. Bring it round. Eyes follow the hand. Close the door over the top. So we open, sweeping around, close, over the top. Excellent. Good, lovely stretch out this one. Really eases out all that upper back, round the chest and shoulders. That's it, a few more times. 2 more. Take that around, bring it closed over the top. 1 more time. Take that around, bring it over, closing that down. Excellent. Okay, we're going to slowly roll onto our back and then bring ourselves up to sitting. And then slowly up onto our feet. So standing tall. When you take 1 foot back, both heels on the ground, straight leg at the back, feet parallel, give that calf a good stretch, and then hands together, open out the upper back. Good. Release the hands, slide that back foot slightly further forwards, tilting that pelvis under. Okay, nice little stretch on your hip there. Good, then we're standing up, pick up that back foot. Good, stretching out. And then let that foot come in front now, sit that back, give your hamstrings a nice stretch. Good, so you now should have the opposite foot backwards. And we'll stretch out your other calf. This time, hands go in the small of the back, chest forward, shoulder blades together. Good, release the hands, bring that foot slightly further forwards, both knees bent, tilt that pelvis under. Good, then standing that up, picking up that foot. That foot comes forward, stretching out the other hamstring. We're sitting back into that stretch. Excellent, release, stand that up. Let's take our feet just over shoulder width and sweeping that through, nice and low. Reaching up 1 more time. This takes us to our toes. Take it up over the head, onto those toes for 3, 2, 1, and relax there. Well done, everybody.